actually a party atmosphere going on here every day. It's a pretty lively group of people. A lot of cheering at the docks. We had live music here last night. We've got a food booth and a beer garden, and the food has been fantastic. The camaraderie and socializing is off the charts. So come on out, enjoy this beautiful site. We've got a great host site. This Dream Lake here in Napanee is absolutely gorgeous. Dwight and Michelle, the owners, have gone above and beyond preparing this site. The Williams family, it's just unbelievable the amount of work and effort. I rolled in last night, and Dwight was running around working on things. This morning I came in at 6:30, and Dwight was running around setting things up. So, I mean, just a huge, can't thank the family, the Williams family, enough for all the work they've done and continue to do in backing us to have the World Championships here in Canada. It's just it's so impressive to see such a beautiful site that has such wonderful amenities to support the skiing families and the spectators who come on site. So come on out here and check it all out. It's worth the trip. I want to thank some additional sponsors here. The bronze sponsors for the 2018 World Barefoot Waterski Championships. I want to thank Allen Insurance, County Farm Center, Cross Border Solutions. Thank you, Dr. Marcel Brunette, local dentist, for your support. Franklin Coach Lines. I want to thank Hermer's Heavy Equipment, Houston Barriers. A big thanks to Iron Eagle Industries, Mark Kruge, Mike Malevsky of Bank First National. Thank you for your support. Mike's also a judge at this tournament. I want to thank Rico. Big thank to Shield Fence and Wire, Sunbelt Rentals. Thank you, the Blackwater Design Company, and a big thanks to Waterski Wakeboard Ontario. Okay, we're going to have our first jumper on the water here shortly. It's going to be Don Schwartz of Canada. Don competed in the last World Barefoot Championships in 2016. Jumped to 9.8 meters in that tournament. Don Schwartz on the water, jump number one. Pass, sorry. No skier on the water. Yeah, there we go. Stand-up jump for Don Schwartz of Canada. Jump is good. Judges are giving credit to the skier. Don Schwartz getting it done on jump number one. And that was actually the first time Don has jumped in a tournament since the 2016 World Championships. Don did ski the Canadian Open last year and the Canadian National Championships and the Can-Am Challenge, but opted not to jump. So nice job getting it done, Don Schwartz of Canada. Woo! Okay, that's a first jump score of 9.3 meters for Don Schwartz. 9.3 meters, he's on the board. Next jumper is Joe Lovato, USA. So the format we typically follow here for jump is we'll run two boats with two jumpers. We'll alternate jumps between the two jumpers. And looks like Don Schwartz came in. So it looks like he elected to get one on the board and call it good. So I think we're moving on. And boat number one is going to be Paul Turner of Great Britain. So we've got Joe Lovato from USA, next jumper, followed by Paul Turner of Great Britain. Okay, we've got skier on the water, Joe Lovato, USA. Jump number one. All right, that would be a leveling pass. So as you saw, we had a little bit of a pause there. We had Don Schwartz of Canada come in. So typically to make the conditions, what we do to make the conditions consistent for each skier is there's a certain amount of time that is allowed for one boat to come through and then the next boat to come through. So that was what we call a leveling pass. The boat came through on a certain time schedule there, allowing for, that we want the conditions to be consistent, whether there's backwash or whatever. But, to be honest, this lake is really set up nice. The shorelines are covered with reeds, and any of you who've skied lakes with that kind of a structure on the shoreline, that buffer zone on the edges of the shoreline, the reeds, the soft weeds, really absorbs any kind of backwash, just makes the lake lay down flat very nice. So um, Dwight and Michelle did a great job planning this lake. It's just set up beautifully where the conditions are, there's really no spot on the lake that isn't consistent with the other, and it's all set up very nicely here. Okay. Paul Turner, jump number one on the water. Great Britain, Paul Turner, senior men's competitor. Yeah, nice stand-up jump for Paul Turner on his first jump. And that's a good jump from the boat crew, giving him credit, paying that jump and landing. Nice first jump for. jump for Paul Turner on his first.
9.6, 9.6 will take that.
Boat number 2, we have Joe Lovato in the water for pass number 1.
Attention everyone on the radio. Paul Turner is declining his second and third jumps. So his score for the first round will be 9.6. Next skier in boat 1 will be coming with a new skier. We'll give you the name shortly.
That's a first jump score of 9.6 meters for Paul Turner.
Computer is ready, Joe. Computer is ready.
Boat number 2, will you let us know when we're good to go?
Yeah, he already called you. You're clear to go. Hey, Chief Judge, are you on the radio? Chief Judge, you on the radio?
Skier on the water.
Ash, Mike, anybody on the radio? Yeah. Chief Judge on the radio.
All right, there's a stand-up jump. Joe Lovato, USA.
So did I get an answer? Answer for what? The skiers are where they're going in down here. There's nobody with a running order. Okay. I need a dock starter here by this willow tree by the start. Thank you. Okay.
Joe Lovato, jump number 1, please.
All right, there's a stand-up jump.
That's a good
Joe
first
Lovato,
jump for Joe
USA.
Lovato.
Coming over.
And I believe Paul Turner opted to take his jump and call it good. So that would make the next skier on the water Jerry Canoyer.
Boat number 1, standing by with Jerry Canoyer.
Yes.
Jerry Canoyer.
Jerry Canoyer, next jumper on the water, jump number 1.
Boat 1 is holding.
Mr. Joe.
Got a couple Western Region USA skiers on the water here, alternating jumps. Joe Lovato and Jerry Canoyer.
Yeah.
Have the bottom half of this sheet?
I think so. Yeah. So that
Boat 1 coming through now. Jerry Canoyer, jump number 1. Coming through now, boat 1.
Do you have a distance for Joe Lovato's first jump? Jerry Canoyer on the water, USA, jump number 1. Nice jump. Jump number one. Jerry Canoyer stands it up. Judges are saying that's a good jump. We do not have a score for Joe Lovato's first jump at this time. We will get that as soon as it's measured and posted. Joe Lovato coming up on jump number two. Joe out of the western region of the USA, soon to be a new dad. That's a 10.7 meter first jump for Jerry Canoyer.
Between the camera and the jump board. No bolt in the camera.
We just had recent U.S. Barefoot Nationals here a couple weeks ago where Jerry cracked 11 meters. So he's going to be working to improve that score of 10.7, which is the top score right now in the senior men's jump event. And skier on the water, Joe Lovato, jump number two.
Yeah, I think it's these radios. Is that 10.7 for Jerry's first jump? 10.7.
There's another stand-up jump. Joe Lovato, USA. Jump number two. And Joe looked like he was tapping out, happy with that. Boat says Joe's waving off his third jump, going to come in and call it a good. There's another stand-up jump. Joe Lovato. Senior men get to relax for the rest of the day after this event. We're going to bring out the senior ladies for wake slalom, followed by the junior boys wake slalom. That's a 9.2 meter second jump for Joe Lovato. We did not get a first jump score, so at this point in time, we're unsure what his placement score is for making it to the finals. But a 9.2 meter good jump on the last jump for Joe Lovato. Terry Canoyer is going to pass on his third jump. So we're moving through the. All right, we've got Lee Stone, USA, and Mark McCulley, USA. Next skiers on the water. So a bit of information for those of you on site or those of you online. I want to share. We've had some questions about the live stream. There were some questions about whether there's actually a credit card charge to watch live stream. Absolutely not. If you get that message, you're probably heading down the wrong path, linking to the wrong site. But the site that you want to tell your friends and families, or those of you listening online, you want to go to barefootworlds.ca and click on the live link, and it'll bring up the live stream feed. There's no cost to view and watch the tournament online. So please follow that that internet path, and we welcome you to watch online. Here we go, skier on the water. There's a nice stand-up jump. Lee Stone, USA, jump number 1. Here we go, skier on the water. There's a nice stand-up jump. Lee Stone, USA, jump number 1. Mark McCulley, next jumper on the water, jump number 1, USA. That's a 8.4 meter first jump for Lee Stone. The jump was good. Lee's been jumping for a long time. Jumped at he's got 2 jumps over 10 meters at the most recently at the 2018 U.S. Barefoot Nationals, and then the South Central USA Regionals. He jumped 10.7, so Lee can definitely improve on that, and I expect that we will see him do that. Next skier on the water, first jump, Mark McCulley of the USA in tow. And he lost the handle. Looked like he looked square coming off the ramp. Just looked like kind of a hard landing. Popped the handle. We'll get 2 more shots to get on the board here for Mark McCulley. Okay, the official, I've just received notification that the official scores the handle for the Junior Girls Trick event that just concluded are now posted over by the judges' tower. There's okay, that was a big jump for Mark McCulley. That was a 12.3 meter fall, so no credit, but good distance there. We'll see if Mark can hang on to the next one and take over the lead spot here in the preliminary rounds of the senior men's jump. We're going to bring out Lee Stone for the second jump. As I mentioned a little bit ago here, the junior girls tricks preliminary round that were held earlier before this event, the results have been posted. They're on the board over by on the east end of the lake here where you see the tower. There's a board where you'll see the running orders throughout the tournament. If you ever want to know how skiers are doing, where they currently are positioned in the scoring, what the events are going to be for the rest of the day, just head on over there. There's a bulletin board over there where these things are posted, and you can stay in touch with what's going on here on site at the tournament. And again, for the junior girls, the preliminary round this morning, the top 8 skiers in that division will move on to Friday's finals. Right now, the top scorer that we've seen in this division, Jerry Canoyer, is standing on the lead at top of the leaderboard with 10.7 meters. And we've got Lee Stone coming in right now, jump number 2, trying to improve on an 8.4 meter first jump. Nice jump for Lee Stone. Stands it up, rides it out. So we've got Mark McCulley coming up here with his second jump. Then we've got 2 more skiers in this division. Eric Friedel and Blake Ehlers of the USA will be the final 2 jumpers in this division and in this group. And then we move on to Group 1. So it's a large division. As I mentioned, we've got a total of 19 jumpers. Chad Sullivan was a scratch. So 18 skiers vying for 8 finalist positions that will jump off on, we've got Friday is the finals, the medal round for the jump. Okay, we've got Mark McCulley, jump number 2, setting up. He had a 12.3 meter fall. That was the longest jump we've seen here in this event. Got to hang on to the handle here to make it stick, make it count for getting to Friday's round. And he makes it. I believe that was a good jump. Yes, the jump crew says good jump for Mark McCulley. Pretty exciting landing there. So you heard Mark ask if he made it standing by the ball. You see the buoy at the end of the course. He needs to be in skiing position by that buoy in order to get credit. And the judges said yes, it was a good jump. He went into a 90-degree tumble position, came around, stood up, and made it past that buoy in the barefoot standing position. So good jump for Mark McCulley on his third attempt. Congratulations, Mark. It's a 10.7 meter jump for Mark McCulley. Going to tie him with the 10.7 meter jump of Jerry Canoyer, your two current leaders in the senior men's jump event. We've got two more jumpers in this group, and then we'll be moving on to group 2 of the senior men's jump. So final two jumpers, Eric Friedel of USA, Blake Ehlers of USA. So Eric definitely in position to take over the top spot here. He just jumped a 12.0 meter jump a month or so ago at the Midwest Regionals in the USA, and been doing it a long time. He's had jumps as big as 14 meters plus. One of the more proficient. There you go. Nice first jump there for Eric Friedel. So conventional jumper, but he's had the ability to go big. I mean, 14 meters is a huge jump for conventional jumping. You're really comfortable on the ramp. You're letting the boat pull you. You're relaxed at the top of the ramp. You're not pulling it on the handle. To go 14 meters, you really got to be comfortable coming up the ramp and just letting the boat take you as far as it will. Next skier in the water is going to be Blake Ehlers, USA, final skier of this group. And then we're going to move on to the next group with Doug Jordan and Danny Bumgardner starting things off. So I had a nice jump. Blake Ehlers had a nice jump at the 2018 Central Regional Championships here a month ago, putting up a 12.4 meter jump, which it's one of the biggest jumps he's had in quite some time. So things are going well for jump. You know, and actually that 12.4 that Blake put up in the regionals is the biggest jump he's had in 16 years. So pretty impressive. You know, when you come out and jump a tournament and you put up a score in senior men's, the highest score you've had in 16 years, things are definitely going right and well in your direction. Here we go. Blake Ehlers. Oh, coming around. Ooh. No, I don't know. No, he didn't get back up on his feet. So judges are confirming no credit on that one. Didn't get into the standing position as he came through the end gate ball there. But gonna get it. Nice thing about those jumps is you don't get rattled. You're set. You know, you're in good shape for your next jump. The landing was pretty soft there for Blake. Just couldn't get the landing gear underneath him, and he'll get it done here. Jump number 2. He's a pretty proficient, consistent skier. We're going to bring back Eric Friedel on jump number 2. Okay, that was a 9.8 meter fall for Blake Ehlers. So you're okay. There's right now a two-person tie for the top score in this group. 10.7 by Mark McCulley, and a 10.7 meter jump by Jerry Canoyer are the two best jumps out of this group at this point. We've got Paul Turner sitting on a 9.6 meter jump, Don Schwartz with a 9.3, Joe Lovato with 9.2, and Lee Stone, I believe, with an 8.4. Going to bring in Eric Friedel for his second jump. USA. I had a chance to talk to Eric last night, check in, see how he's doing. Said he's had a couple issues with his foot that's been bothering him, but on that first jump, he looked really comfortable. Came up the ramp just fine. Landing was good, nice and square. So he must be feeling pretty good today. Here we go. Jump number 2, Eric Friedel. Another nice jump for Eric Friedel. Nice and square, straight over the ramp. Nice soft landing. Having a good day on the ramp here. Eric Friedel, USA. I did not get a first jump score for Eric. And it sounds like we're running about 50 minutes ahead of schedule. So if you're in Group 2 for the jump, or Group 1 that's scheduled for a 10:20 start, I recommend you have your gear ready to go, and we may just dive right in. So please be prepared in the event that we speed things up and go ahead of schedule here. Group 1, senior men's jump. Next on the water, we've got okay, it sounds like we have a new leader here in this group. 11 meters for Eric Friedel. That would move him into the top position for senior men's jump preliminaries. And we've got Blake Ehlers with his second jump coming up. Blake Ehlers going to set up here for jump number 2. As I mentioned earlier, Blake had a 12.4 meter jump at the South Central Regionals. That was the biggest jump he's had in 16 years. So definitely capable of popping one here. Things are going well on the ramp for Blake. He jumped twice this. He also had a 9.6 at the U.S. Nationals here a week ago. Coming in for jump number 2, Blake Ehlers. There, you got it. Yeah, there's a stand-up jump. So, Blake Ehlers. And the judges are saying everything's good with the pull and the jump, the landing. So, Blake Ehlers on the board. And we're going to bring out Eric Friedel for his third and final jump. Eric right now sitting on an 11.0 meter jump, which is the top jump score in this group of senior men's jumpers. That's a 8.4 meter jump for Blake Ehlers. And now that he's on the board, I'm guessing we're going to see him go for more here. See a little more raise on the ramp. Get that pop off the top of the ramp there. Let that bolt pull him some extra meters and improve on that score in his third and final jump. Eric Friedel in the water, third and final jump coming up, standing on a 11.0 meter top jump score in this group. And we're going to bring Blake Ehlers in on his third and final jump. That'll be the end of this event, and then we're going to move into the next event, which is still senior men's jump, Group 1. So, yeah, we got a tough boat crew here. Hearing a request coming in for when they're over with the event here, there's a boat crew change. The crew out there is asking for tea and toast. Tea's got to be at 80 degrees. You guys want crumpets with that too, or what else can we do for you? All right, here we go. Eric Friedel, USA, third and final jump. Lost the handle. Okay, Eric Friedel, 11.0 meter. He's going to be your leader here. With Blake Ehlers, the one shot at taking over the top here. Blake Ehlers, as I mentioned, had a 12.4 about a month ago at a tournament. He's capable of taking over the top spot here on his third and final jump. And then we're going to move into senior men's jump, Group 1. First jumper on the water is going to be Doug Jordan, USA, and Danny Bumgardner, USA. So we're going to see inverted jumping in this group. Wow, that was a nice jump for Eric Friedel, 12 meters. Not good on the fall, so he's going to take the 11.0 meter jump that he's got on the board and hope for the best. Top 8 skiers. Okay, Blake Ehlers setting up for his third and final jump. Sitting on an 8.4 meter jump. And again, I want to send a message out. We've had some individuals contact us about the live stream. So the site you want to go to is barefootworlds.ca and click on the live link for the live stream online viewing. And here we go. Blake Ehlers on the water, third and final jump. USA. Oh, and he sticks the landing. Looks good. Blake Ehlers. And the jump, the boat judges are saying that's a good jump. So nice job, Blake Ehlers. Your top seed in this group, riding out his third and final jump. Skiers on the water in the next event, the senior men's Group 1 jump. We're going to start out with Doug Jordan of USA, followed by Danny Bumgardner of USA, Gordy Croteau from Canada, Fred Groen of New Zealand, Cameron Smith, big jumper from Australia, Chris McWaters out of the USA, Brett Sands from Australia. Okay, so it's an 8.9 meter good jump for Blake Ehlers. And that concludes the Senior Men's Group 2 event. We're going to move on to Senior Men's Group 1. So the top 8 skiers of these combined Group 1 and Group 2 will move on to the finals on Friday. Senior men's jump on Friday of this week. And in the next group, I mentioned Brett Sands from Australia coming out of retirement. And welcome back, Brett. Excited to see you ski again. Gave us a lot of memories back in the early 2000s, late 1990s. Phenomenal skier out of Australia. We've got Jim Nyberg of Sweden, Bevan Kelly of New Zealand, and your top seed Jason Lee of USA. So 10 jumpers coming up. We're going to dive right in. It looks like the jumpers are ready. We're going to have a boat crew change, and we're going to keep moving through the tournament. After senior men's jump, we're going to move on to senior ladies slalom, the preliminary rounds, followed by junior boys slalom. And then we're going to have open women's slalom and the open men's jump.